what's the plan here? I'm currently in Wrexham, and I fancied a trip up to Chester, and I've got maybe 2 or 3 hours until I have to be back in Wrexham to go to a meeting. So we're going to shimmy across the road to the train station from a Premier Inn, which was actually a reasonable good stay. We're going to see if we can get that train to Chester. It should only take 15 minutes. We'll see. Okay, so we're here in Chester now, but now what? Honestly, I have no idea. I just saw that the train went here. It took me 15 minutes to get here, and now I'm here, I don't actually know what to do. So we're just gonna take a wander and see what we come across. Apparently, that is the second most photographed clock in the whole of England after Big Ben. I have no idea where these go other than up. Looks like it goes underneath. So it says Eastgate Clock because it's on top of Eastgate, which is the eastern gate into Chester. The Romans weren't very inventive with their naming. We're on the other side of Eastgate now. Let's head down, see if this takes us back to underneath the city wall. It does. There we go, look at this. There's the clock on top of a wall. I think that makes up part of the Roman wall that circles the city. So like many old towns in England, Chester is a Roman town. It was built to defend the empire against the English and the Welsh. But much of it was rebuilt in the 16th century and then the early 17th, which is where these white and black timber buildings come from. They are gorgeous. It's just a shame so many of them are empty. Opposite the cathedral is what is now the visitor centre. I'm not sure what it used to be. It looks like a town hall or something. If you know what it used to be, put a comment down below. Okay, let's see if we can find our way to the Roman Amphitheatre. Just because it's something to aim for. So immediately it was going the wrong way, so I said I wanted to go to the amphitheatre, and then I saw elephant and a map. So we were heading the wrong way, so we're going back past the cathedral. But let's have a quick look at this map. Where are we? It was the town hall. There we go. Look. So we want to walk along the city walls. The amphitheatre is down by the River Dee. Right. Sounds simple. Right, so we've managed to find ourselves back at the Eastgate Clock, and I have already forgotten which way it said to walk along the wall. So given we've been to the Eastgate Clock already, let's go this way. Walk around the cathedral. It's a city of contrast, or a town of contrast. So we've got the beautiful cathedral to our left. And then some very generic looking 70s and 80s office buildings to the right. Interspersed with these 17th century half timber buildings. It's pretty ridiculous, but pretty. So I'm just going to carry on walking along the walls and hope that eventually I find what it is I came to see, which suddenly is the amphitheatre. I don't know why, but I now really want to see the amphitheatre, but I don't see it yet. But we are walking along the wall, so eventually we'll get there. I hope. Now, yes, I know I could just use Google Maps and it would tell me how to get to the amphitheatre, but where's the fun in that? Now, the added complication for me is I don't actually know what an amphitheatre looks like. I know it's an old like theatre, obviously, bowl in the ground with seats around it, but having done this much research, zero, before coming to Chester today, I don't actually know what this one looks like. It could just be a grass bowl. It might have been completely restored. I haven't seen any signs since the elephant, so I don't know if I'm heading in the right direction. Okay, I've come off a wall now because that's not working out so well. I think I might have found a way. Let's have a... I haven't found a way. This is back at the town hall. Oh well, let's go find the elephant. Back on the street with that darn clock. But what you might notice about this street, the shops are on 2 layers. Like a medieval shopping mall. Okay, well, I figure I've only been here once, so I might as well walk along the top of the shops as well. Now, according to that pub over there, this was built in the late 1200s, so the late 13th century. I'm surprised, more than anything, I'm surprised that they have enough shops to actually fill 2 rows. I've been to lots of cities through the UK where half the shops are closed, but here, there's very few. There was one we saw earlier. Maybe they're all here on Bridge Street. Interesting. I mean, it looks really cool, but rather ruined by an Assassin's Creed box in the middle there. Oh, there's an empty shop. Ignore that. Let's head back down to the main street. I still haven't found the amphitheatre, and we've got an hour before my train out of here. So I found the Roman wall again. And if we go through this little alleyway here, we come to the Roman Gardens, which is a collection of, well, Roman artifacts, which is really, really cool. What's slightly weird, though, is the majority of this didn't come from Chester. It was all collected and bought here and has been stored in this garden for show, which, I mean, it's great for me. It means I get to see an absolute ton of Roman artifacts. But also it's a little bit funny that the majority of them aren't even from the area. There's an old bath, which I actually believe is from Chester, just for the fun of it. And that is the Roman wall, which we will be heading to. I believe Newgate is just to the right of us here. But there's something on the other side of the wall I wanted to see as well. Just up here on the left, these white buildings with brick below, I think were old almshouses, which is where they kept the poor or the unemployed, or basically anyone they didn't want on the streets. What's quite interesting about these, though, is they were home for the poor, and now they're home to a private dentist, which is pretty much the opposite. Very impressive building, though. I do like these half-timber buildings. Right, let's go see if we can find our way to Newgate and then the other side of the wall. Now, much like Eastgate, it's called Eastgate because it's the eastern gate. Newgate is called Newgate because it's the newest gate. But coincidentally, just behind Newgate is the Roman Amphitheatre. I'm guessing these timber trusses on the floor here represent where the timber seating would have been. Then in the middle there is where all of the amphitheatre things would have happened. I'm 43% sure I'm allowed to be here. I'll continue to be here until told otherwise. Stone bits are parts of the original wall. I'm guessing this is one of the entrances. You can see painted on the wall another gateway. I don't really know much about Roman history. Let's have a look at what this says here. A tethering stone, it says. Replica. I'm assuming this is where they tethered whatever they didn't want escaping. No, it is really quite large. It's about the same size as a modern day theatre, but it stretches to the left and right a lot further. Let's go see if we can see a view from the top of the wall. So I'm also assuming a lot of this stonework around, not in front obviously, but a lot of this stonework is original column supports and walls. Formerly the cathedral. Interesting. Unearthed by chance in 1929. Okay, so this is a model. That's 8 o'clock again. This is a model of the amphitheatre. This is what it would have looked like before. We obviously came in through one of those roof tile sections on the left or the right and walked all the way through. Capacity about 7,000 people, so bigger than a current theatre. I was a little bit wrong on that one, and luckily, scale 1/75. Not an amphitheatre for ants. Now, hopefully you enjoyed that whistle-stop tour of Chester as much as I did. If you did, please consider leaving a like and maybe even subscribing whilst you're down there. I've now got to run to catch a train because it leaves in 5 minutes, and it's about 5 minutes away. And if I miss this one, the next one's not for an hour.